So, we are talking today about the topic, what will people say? I think it's there all over in everybody. We are so conscious about what people say, what they think, and we live our lives according to that. So today I wanted to just take this equanimous pause to talk about this, how this can impact our lives and how our lives can be even more radiant and full just by letting go of this one dysfunction. So when I was preparing for this topic, what will people say, I was reminded about an old Hindi song. There is a song which says, Kuch to log kahenge. The lyrics of that song is so beautiful. So I just want to read the stanza. I can't sing, so I'm going to read. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में, कहीं बीत न जाए रहना. Isn't that so beautiful? I just love this chorus. So I thought we should talk about this because this is so easily said, right? छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में, कहीं बीत न जाए रहना. Why is it so difficult? I think these are my opinions, that the reason why we are so worried about what people say is because we are bought into societies and cultural illusions, right? We are following a prescription that is given by society and culture and a hand-me-down from generations of conditioning, and we think that is the only way to live. We are also holding, and not only holding, we are defending a false image of ourselves. I mean, for those of you who have been doing this equanimous pause, the one thing we've been talking about is, who am I, right? Who really am I? Does this who I am really care about what other people say? Obviously not. So what are we doing when we are caring about what other people say? We are holding on to this false image of ours, the way we look, the way we talk, the way we act, what we do. And then the sad part is it doesn't stop with us. Then it goes into the children, our spouses. Everybody has to fall into this illusion so that people don't say something. The other reason why we are so worried about other people's opinions, I think, is the seeking of external validation. I've been an expert in this. I'm just getting a hold on it just now. It is very hard when you are wanting other people's approval. So that means everything that you do is based on them. And even if you do your best, the outcome of it is said to be true only if somebody says it's good. Like, look at us, the amount of likes we want on our posts that we do, or who has said what. I mean, it's crazy the amount we look into these things. That is what people say, right? Even those comments are what people say. It's also the reason why we are so looking out for what people say is it's a cry from within us, a cry to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. How many of us can see who the other is truly, who your child is truly, or your partner is truly? It's very difficult to see because we are all so mired in our own conditions and conditionings and dysfunctions that we don't see the other for who they truly are. So that's a cry that's happening from within us to be seen, heard, and understood. The other reason is, where is our worth coming from? What is this worth that is me? Am I seeking this worth from an exterior? Then I'm going to be worried about what people say. Because if they don't say good things about me, then I'm going to feel that I'm not good enough. So literally, we're all boiling down to that one place of not being good enough. If we feel worthwhile or worth it just the way we are, then we really don't worry about what people say. We want to be accepted and we want to belong. These are all reasons, like a completion, like, a kind of a hole within. We've spoken about this in previous sessions, where there's a hole within which is not healed yet, a wound, whatever. And that wound, the healing of it, the moment it is triggered, the ego wall comes up, and that ego wall is what people will say. The ego is telling you, what will people say? Don't do that. Just watch your vocabulary, in a day. If you're like what will people say? What will people say if you're, what will people think if I do this? That is the time we need to look into this and see, why is it so important for me? What happens when you give so much importance to this, what other people say, is there's going to be an inner conflict within us. The one which is the true self that wants to express itself in a particular way, and a voice which is telling you that no, society, culture, whatever is telling you to do it in a different way, and what will they say if you don't do it? But now, if you are constantly worried about what people will say, then you cannot make the true self's voice rise up, and you're going to constantly be subjugated, and you keep on sabotaging whatever you're doing. Because sometimes great creations come by doing something that the true self says and not what other people say or what other people like. Everybody is not going to like what we say and do. If you are going to be caught in this inner conflict, you're not living your authentic life. If you are going to keep worrying about what people say, your life is going to zip by and you will not even know what you've done other than being worried about what people say. What can we do to get out of this the clutches of the syndrome of what will people say? And you may have seen in your experience, no matter what you do, they are anyway going to say something. When we do something in accordance with their expectations and their belief systems, they will say good things about us. When we do something which is not, they say bad things about us, which is bad according to us. Now, when I say they, I think we have one very important point I keep telling myself is that they is inclusive of me, because I know I talk about other people too sometimes, and I keep reminding myself that it's not my business. So if you are the person who is talking, which you are, I mean, we can't be just one. So we are a part of the people, we the people, right? So if you are part of it, I have a mantra which I learned from Byron Katie. And she says, there's three businesses: my business, your business or their business, and the universe's business. If you are staying in their business or the universe's business, then you're missing life. The only place you can find life is by staying in your business. So if we are talking about other people, I think it's important to remind ourselves that we are in somebody else's business and tell ourselves this is none of my business. So I'm going to go back to my business. Whenever we have judgments, right, they just come up. Like we think we are the ultimate and know everything. But everything is like this. According to us, great. Not according to us, not good. If you are worried about what other people are going to say, then you want to throw light on all these factors that I just spoke about. For example, if you are bought in by societies and cultural illusions, then you need to ask yourself, where am I? Which of these illusions am I caught in? Why am I caught in it? And why is this so important to me? Is this really important to me? Is the question you need to ask. The second question that I ask myself is, what is my inner need that I'm satisfying by doing this? What is that inner hole wound that I'm trying to heal by calling this person names, or by judging this person, or by giving a verdict like I'm the judge? What is my inner need? And when you sit and meditate on these things, automatically the answers come to you. And that's why meditation is so important, and reflection is a very important part of meditation. And that's what opens up. So that's another thing. Then you decide in your life who are the 3, 4, 5, whatever number you want to give people that are important to you. If these people say something, then I will think about it, my decision, my actions, my everything. But if anybody else has an opinion about this, it doesn't matter to me. So you'll do everything if that person is who you want to do something for. So who are those 3, 4, 5 people? Decide. Once you decide that, who is the most important person in this 3, 4, 5? I don't even know if you were putting some names into your mind right now. And if you were putting those names, did you appear in that list at all? That's important, because the one person that has to approve, validate, understand, love, and everything us is us. The moment you can understand this, literally you are out of the syndrome. You just do not have a problem with what anybody says about you. So I think this is where the factor of understanding who I am, and yeah, it's easier said than done to understand that I am awareness, I am the one who knows that I'm upset. But that's not easy, right? Everybody, when somebody comes and tells you, what, this happened in your life, oh my God, you become so fat, you become so thin, whatever. When they say it, it immediately takes us to the wound. Now, through meditation, in that moment, if we can take an equanimous pause and ask some of these questions, like, is that even true? Even if it is true, does it matter? Because what are they talking about? That's not who I really am. But that takes a lot of work, and that work is meditation. I mean, so many times I see myself caught up in being worried about, the social media, let's not miss that. I mean, how many likes did I get? What? Nobody liked my videos? What? It's like a never ending spiral. And every time I go through this, I tell myself, listen, everybody's not going to like it. And why are you bothered about the 7 billion people? Whoever needs to see it will see it. And more important than anybody, who is the one that has to be okay with what's happening? That's me. And if I've given it my best, then that's all matters. So this is where I think we take back our power. When you are worried about what people say, you're giving your power away. And really, I was listening to a talk by Rupert Spira yesterday, and one thing just stood out for me, and that is, what is enlightenment? What is awakening? We are all running behind this enlightenment and awakening. It is the seeing of all these dysfunctions clearly. That is being awakened and awakening. The process of awakening is the process of seeing with clarity what's happening within us in the here and the now. So, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में कहीं बीत न जाए रहना. So don't let your life pass by worrying about what other people say. Take your power back and live your life the most authentic way.